Coming up in this video, I've got a great gin review for you. This is Barbican Botanics. This is a gin from down in Plymouth, down in Devon, southwest, near my motherland, right on the Cornish borders. I'm so excited about this one because it's really close to my heart and there's a really cool story behind it. So if you want to know why I'm so excited, then I would love you, please stay tuned, because all that is coming right up after this shout out to my show sponsors. Hey, so as I just said at the top, I'm back in the gin reviews. This one is really special to me, and it makes it even more special because it is a great gin. But I'm quickly going to dive into the backstory and why this means a lot to me. So for those of you that have been following me for quite a while, I've had my YouTube channel for 4 or 5 years or so now, but I've only probably been taking it seriously for about a year or so. And it's about a year ago where a guy called Barman, Matthew Lilly, hello mate, drop me a message or drop me a comment on one of my videos to say that he liked my stuff. Would love it if I checked out his channel as well. He's got a YouTube channel. Go check him out, Barman. And ever since then, we've become friends. We chatted most weeks, and now actually most days we'll drop random comments to each other on Facebook. But actually last week was the first time that I'd actually met him face to face. I went on holiday down to Devon for a week and then spent a couple of days in Plymouth and went to check out where he works, which is all based around this gin. So that is why it's really special to me. Anyway, this where he works is a place called the Barbican Botanics Gin Room. And as you can see, turn it around there, the name of the gin is Barbican Botanics. Now, he introduced me to the owners, Doreen and Warren. And there's a really cool, I think their whole business is absolutely amazing. And so many gins, so many distilleries could take a leaf out of their book, because it is truly amazing. So back in 2016, they came up with the idea of all these, you might have seen these sort of membership schemes where you can get gin sent to you every month and stuff. Well, they came up with a kind of a similar concept, but a cheaper concept, where you get 250 mils sent to you each month, non-committal. You can start, stop whenever you feel like it. I think it costs about £10 a month for this, and it's called the little gin box, and that's how they started. However, in 2017, Doreen then started distilling this gin, Barbican Botanics. So I'm going to tell you about the gin in a second, but there's still more to the story, because when you a lot of the smaller distillers will kind of sort of I don't know what the word is, but kind of relate to them with this. When you're starting up a gin, when you're going out there, the biggest way you can probably sell it, if you haven't got bundles of cash, is going to plenty of sort of Sunday markets, pop-ups, those kind of little events, craft fair markets, because you might not have the budget to do the big shows, the big like Ginapalooza or the Gin and Tonic or anything like that. Doreen and Warren decided to do something different, because they had their little gin box and that. They decided to embark on a shop, and they've got a shop called the Barbican Botanic Gin Room. Now, it's based in the Barbican area of Plymouth, just on one of the streets, just off the main drag. But the concept is just mind blowing to me, because, as I say, I've seen nothing really like it. A few similar things, but nothing bang on to this. So they've got 168, I think it was 160 plus gins in there at the moment. You won't find any of the big huge brands. They like independent gins, so they've got lots and lots of different local gins that I'd never seen or heard of before. Lots of different Scottish gins. I say nothing, all independent brands. Okay, so they've got 160 plus of these gins, but that's not everything, because it's a bar as well, so you can try any of these gins as a gin and tonic. Try before you buy, kind of thing. So they've got this little tiny bar in there where Matt is working, and his knowledge about all these gins is just second to none, superb. Same as Warren, same as Doreen. They absolutely love what they're doing, so they know all these gins inside out. I brought 6 back to sort of feature on this YouTube channel that I was so impressed with, but it doesn't sort of finish there either, because the whole shop has got 4 floors, and I saw 3 of them. So we've obviously got the shop and bar area. It shares a garden with the coffee shop next door, the Mad Merchant, I think that was. So a lovely sort of sun trap garden where you can go out and enjoy a gin and tonic, get something from the cafe next door, absolutely phenomenal. But then upstairs, they've got another room where you can sit and relax, some lovely big leather chairs, and that's where the toilet is as well. It's right next to the Dodgem. Yep, I'll leave that there for you. But then right on the top level, and this is what got me, it's the gin school. Absolutely brilliant. I've seen this kind of done, as I say, we've got a very similar sort of concept in Cambridge, but without the shop, with all these different gins below. But they've got their main sort of gin distiller. I think it had 3, maybe 4 botanicals in the gin. But then you could, if you go into the masterclass, you can then build your own gin using all these different distillers. We had everything from all the berries, all the herbs. We had pineapple, we had elderflower, all those kind of lovely different botanicals. God knows how many there were. Easily 30, I would say, easily more than that. But basically, you can go in there and you can just have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and create your own gin. So coupled with the fact that you can go downstairs and you can have a gin and tonic, and you can try any of these 160 plus gins before you buy them. You've got this gin school up there. Now, what is the whole premise behind that? It's become this great base of marketing and selling this gin. So let me actually tell you about the gin, because I've waffled on a bit about that, but I'm so excited about the whole thing that I just had to share that story. Now, as I said, the little gin box started in 2016, and then Dorian started distilling this in April 2017, and then the shop opened, I think it's roughly about October, maybe September 2018, last year. So, you know, they've got this shop. Now, this gin is distilled in small batches, 21 litre batches, I do believe. And now, to break it sort of down for you, this is batch number 73, and this is bottle number 8. So you can tell already that they've done quite well. They've sold quite a few bottles of this gin already. Now, there's nothing complicated about this gin at all. Some gins don't have to be. This is purely 7 botanicals. It's distilled to 45% ABV. So the 7 botanicals, as you might expect for most gins: juniper, coriander, angelica, licorice, and lemon zest. So they're the big sort of 5. And then because Dorian and Warren are Scottish from Aberdeen, we've got a bit of milk thistle going on in there, and we've also got some fennel seeds. So as I say, nothing complicated, nothing wacky and out there. Perhaps milk thistle might be the most wackiest. I've not really seen that in too many gins, but it all comes together to distill and to combine into this really lovely kind of dry gin. Now I want to get on and tell you what it tastes like and what it smells like. So we're just going to have a little sample. I'm actually just going to pour it over a couple of ice cubes, and just straight away when you open a bottle, the big aroma that comes off is kind of like a lovely sort of citrus, fresh kind of aroma. Absolutely lovely. It almost smells like a citrus gin. And I'm just going to pour a little bit in there. Now, give it a little waft around. Again, those citrus notes come through there. Maybe a tiny little bit of licorice, but that is lovely. Citrus burst in there. Don't get a massive juniper bite. It's just lovely. I'm just getting the first phases there, hanging about. Second phase through there. The citrus. It's a really smooth gin. There's absolutely no bite to it at all. This is a cracking sort of dry, smooth gin. I'd quite happily drink that neat, to be honest. That's going to be a great martini gin. But their recommended serve for this, while I was chatting to them, it actually says on a bottle I noticed just a minute ago, serve it 1 part gin to 2 parts fever tree. Now, there's no point, because this gin is just a classic plain gin, there's no need to play about with it too much. Any kind of flavoured tonic water is going to work with it. But I think for this gin, because it's so nice, it's just going to be a lovely gin with a plain tonic water. So for me, I'm not going fever tree, because as you all know, you loyal fans who keep watching this, fever tree is not really my palate. I'm going Schweppes 1783. Lost my bottle opener. So again, I'm just going to do a 1:2 ratio. Probably about that much. Perfect. Not even half a bottle of the tonic water. And I'm just going to garnish that nice and simply with a slice of lemon. I tell you, that I do love my really fruity gins, especially on a hot day. But that is just lovely, thirst quenching. Just goes down an absolute treat. So I'm glad I went down there. Matt, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. Doreen and Warren, you definitely haven't seen the last of me because I'm going to become a regular visitor to your shop. I love trying all those gins. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Thank you for the gin. Honestly, guys, I'm going to drop links in the show notes of where the shop is, where you can get hold of this gin, because this is one of Southwest's finest. So I would urge you to go and check this out. Really cracking prices as well. Really, really cracking prices. So that has been my review of Barbican Botanic Gin. If you're down that way, it's right next to, well, not next, it's just down the road, about 100 yards away from the Plymouth Gin Distillery. But, so if you fancy a gin day out, you can do the distillery tour as well. But I would urge you, go and find them. Just go in there, go and check them out. Go and see all the gins and just get involved. It's got fruity ones, plain ones, classic ones. You name it, they've got it. That's been the Barbican Botanics. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to catch you soon. Thanks for watching this video. I'd love to know what you thought, so let me know in the comments below. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, then I'd appreciate you hitting that magical subscribe button and subscribing to this channel. And if you want to follow me on a daily basis, then you can find me every day over on Instagram at Steve the Barman. I'd love to hear from you, so make sure you send me a DM to let me know you found me over on YouTube. If you want to watch more of my stuff right now, then hit one of the on-screen links and that will take you to my most recent or most related video. I've been Steve the Barman. I'll catch you next time.